Good evening, this is Ross Jason Bohm on Invega Side Effects. Coming back to you for a short live video. And we're going to start it off with these videos with no sound. You can find them on cchr.org international, on Facebook, or on YouTube. In the past months, I've been dealing with the College of Doctors and Physicians of British Columbia. I've also been dealing with the Health Review Board, or Health Professional Review Board of British Columbia too, and both are ran by the Ministry of Justice. They're trying to use the medical industry as a justice system, a vigilante act to the people. Yes, placing fear in us never to use their systems. Why? They think it's right to give capital punishment out in psychiatric medication and other medication that brings more harm than good to your body. These are conventions of genocide, crimes of genocide. Article 1, 2, and 3. Killing a member of a group causing seriously bodily harm or mental harm to a member or a group or any individual. Genocide. Sterilization of any human being, person, or group as well. As we go through these things, you'll see too. CCHR doesn't lie. Check out their website, cch.org, in Mental Health Declaration of Human Rights. They don't have the right to detain you in a hospital without a court order. They don't have the right to administer any type of medication either. They don't have the right to lie to you and not tell you what is in the medication or the harms they can do. It has to be a clean environment where you feel safe. They have to treat you with human dignity and talk to you as an individual. A police officer doesn't have the right to say you're mentally ill. That's no difference than saying you're a nigger, a white honky, white trash, Chinese, black, green, yellow, or purple. That's labeling somebody. Just like saying you have a criminal offense and not giving you a chance or day to live in this society. You've already done your crime. Labeling and discrimination, like Martin Luther King said. You know why? Segregation and making somebody live in poverty is. Just like serfdom. Okay, we're going to go back for a second and do this. This is one of the best ones I found, and this is why. Whoop. Got to turn that down so I don't get a violation of copyright infringements. You have the right to think. You have the right to physical activity on or off medication. The right to 3 meals. Because you're detained on medication, they have to provide 3 meals and re-educate you for life afterwards because you can't live without fear, and relocate you if you can't live within that government structure too. That's right, they're physically harming you. Why? Look what happened to me. Great amount of obesity, man boobs, shrinkage of penis, withdrawal of blood. Once your pituitary gland is shut down, your receptors in the brains, it's called a chemical lobotomy. It's killing you for life. It's your entire life. It's not just one little section being cut off like a fingertip or a fingernail. It's destroying your whole brain and shutting down your brain, just like a Tylenol or getting drunk. But it doesn't come out of your system. You're dead forever. It takes your natural hormones out of your body. If a male, your testosterone, and that's like a sex change drug to make a man into a woman, which it never comes back, and they add estrogen. That's why it's called prolactin, and you get fat, obese, lazy, and depressed because you can't handle the obesity anymore. That's right. It sucks so fucking bad. Fear, rules of engagement. Our country in Canada isn't supposed to make you feel free. Fear, you're supposed to be free. Human rights violations are never supposed to be taken away, and they're taking them away. I don't know what else to say, but the ombudsman says they haven't done anything wrong yet. I'm hanging here being tortured, dying with a lack of blood. I'm having a heart attack like symptoms, just like the side effects say. They won't give me the reversal of the chemical lobotomy. Check me for blood. Do a physical test on me to prove all this as well. I don't want to see one of the Canadian doctors, but it's an assault to life. I have ignorant family members and family violence always saying somebody needs some type of med in life. Yeah, what a great society. We're going to give you a picture view here in a second of me talking and go from there. That's right. Here we go. Now, get off this one. Like I said, top corner, you can see it's black outside. It's 12 a.m. on the 12th of July. And it's 2018. I gave you all the information, just like I said. Go to the website, go to the description in the albums, go through it, and you can find all the information on Facebook. You can do the same thing on YouTube. Go to January's. It says the exact same thing. I went from physical fit to not being able to do anything. All the information. Ask I patients, all other people saying what's wrong with them and the side effects, the suicide rate, the fat gains, the depression, hating life as well. I ain't bullshitting. Why should I bullshit? Go listen to that British underground song, Short Dick Man, and see what the woman says. Just like Two Live Crew, what do you do for $10? Yeah, just being funny, they try to say, but back then, almost anybody would do something for $10 when minimum wage was like $2 or whatnot, right? So you look at the long and short of it. My lifespan, minimum wage has only gone to what, $3.50, $4 maybe? Since I started work in full-time work back in 1991. Yeah, it's not much, is it? And rent's gone up by $1,000 at least. Houses have gone up from what? Oh, they sold my parents. I think they sold it for 110. Now it's 450. Like I'm making up things. Can't get any help in this country of Canada or anywhere I notified for any government system, and that's all I can say. Being tortured. I'm sitting in this room, detained, can't live a life. Every time I try to do some physical activities, do some work on my bench, lift some weight, like I said, out of breath, heart rate's up high, do one set. I can't do a workout. I don't have a gym in here. I can't go for a run. My legs don't work. It feels like I'm paralyzed all the time. It takes hours to wake up properly. Usually I just wake up like that before this and have stupid acting guilds around me because I can't find any sanctuary, peace of mind by the acts and ways people talk. Yeah, people laughing at you and you know it's directed at you and whatnot. I'm not making up a lie. This is not the way life is supposed to be. Feel fear. That's the rules of self-defense. You're allowed to fight back if you feel fear. Yeah. You don't want to discriminate against anybody and segregate them. You want to give them a free life. You know, human dignity, freedom is what? To feel loved and enjoy your life in your country that you're from. To feel respected, that you don't be assaulted by the people who are running the country. You do your job, you get paid, you buy a house, you find a wife, you have some kids, you buy the car, the house, holidays, leisure time, enjoy your life while they're there, and knowing in your brain that your kids are going to live a life better than yours or the same as yours. You hope it's going to be better than yours and to make assets for them to have in the future. That's being a family member, isn't it? That is human dignity. That's human gratitude of life for being a slave or a servant to the countries that we live in, because we can never amount to anything like the King or Queen of England or any other monarchy in the world. We are just servants within their lands and periods. On the back of the coin is the picture of the running or the runner of the fucking country you're in, the Queen, the Prime Minister, the Premier, or whatnot. The head of state is usually on it. If I can't live in any Commonwealth country because it's the Queen Magistrate who makes the laws and her face is on there, and all these government agencies swear an oath and allegiance to her assets of life to protect them and them only, and I'm an asset because I'm a worker of the country, then they're not protecting me. Equal before and after the law, they have to speak to me with human dignity. I'm just going to see if anybody sent a thing in. Being a one-man thing, I have to check it. Okay, YouTube. Nobody's on YouTube. Nope, nothing on YouTube. Okay. Yep. Looks like nobody's chatting, nobody's watching, so it's just me talking. That's all I have to do is check that real quick. Sorry about that. So you look at the long and short of it. That's right. Treating someone with human dignity, treating them with respect, not placing fear in them, talk to them as an equal, not that you have a job higher than them. Not send a piece of paper that says, oh, I didn't do anything in 3 days, and say that I got your DVD, I watched what you did and said, and so forth like that. Well, here's another one. Send it off tomorrow with another description so they can read it again in paper, just in case they had a problem with the first one, and another couple videos from what I felt through. I got this piece of paper and that stuff's in the air that makes me totally agitated. Now I can talk a little better because it's been that many hours afterwards. I had to go for a little cycle down to the Lewis Center, and it wasn't in the air there. So I had to come all the way back, and it was still in the air here. I think it's Bill or Glenn next door who's doing it because a couple of things they said in the past too. And they moved Reginald out of there because whatnot, his little party scene. But yeah, it says the HPRB hearing and decision-making process was clear. They did nothing wrong. Well, yes, they did. It's not a fair trial. It wasn't in a court system or anything like that. Biased opinion within a government system. It wasn't a judge and jury. It was a decision of them. They're trying to play God. I'm tired of dealing with it. They're placing fear. I feel like I'm dying and have this obesity of a cancer in me, gynomasculine, short penis, and can't handle life. That I can't be physically fit, be detained, can't buy a new TV monitor, new computer to play video games, new chair to sit in, a new bed because it might have fleas that causes belly rashes. I can't buy a new weight room. I can't buy a vehicle. I can't go pick bottles because I'm physically unfit. And I can't do nothing anymore because I'm being assaulted. What can you do when there's people assaulting you with ignorance all the time, and everything just seems, I did better than you, and it just seems like a giant act, promoted. It seems emphasized, projected that everything is an assault now. It's not schizophrenic, it's not paranoia, it's common sense because no athlete goes through it. I was an athlete my whole life, not a drug addict like it says in the report. Tried a couple drugs and was abusive to women. Never done so, proven in the court of law. My report for the RCMP says family violence. I've been tortured and abused my whole life with ignorance from family members, like it says in my family violence in a couple chapters back or a few months back on YouTube, this station. That's right. Little brother got everything. I didn't get nothing. I worked. They took my money. I got a birthday present or Christmas present. Mom would say, here, write a letter, say thanks for the present, thanks for the money. Never gone to a store and buy anything I ever wanted. Mom take the money and spend it on herself. Work for 3 years, do papers. She takes the money. Her and Dad, my stepdad. Dads both use psychological warfare, never meat on the table, threatened from the table when there was, if so, being chicken. Didn't eat fish, so didn't get that treatment. But tired of stuff like the Ombudsman, the Health Professional Review Board, and these loopholes of discrimination, no equal protection before and after the law, always feeling fear of my death upon me. Yeah, they want you to say the wrong thing so they can say, oh, we want to charge you for uttering threats. Rules of engagement. You're a military organization, being the government, assaulting the people, not giving them a leg to stand on, being fair, or protecting fair wages and human dignity. Just like Justin Trudeau talks about on global human dignity on his web pages and so forth as well. We're not supposed to feel fear like he says on his campaign as well. I've done my very best in this life, and if I have to starve to death for something so I can obtain a new monitor, new video camera, new chair, new shoes, then it's not worth it, because social services, being forced to live on disability CPP, social services, isn't enough to live by when, if rent goes up, I lose food money. They didn't allow more than $3.75 for rent for over 20 years. They didn't allow for inflation yet, because why? Every time it inflates, the rent will go up even higher probably, just like minimum wage. Every time minimum wage goes up, rents and everything else goes up. All based on minimum wage, not on that $20 an hour guy. Sorry if I babbled on a little bit, but that's the way she works. Human rights violations, out of the yin-yang. I have no right of movement, no right of play, no right of life anymore. All human rights have been taken away. Look on youthforhumanrights.org and so forth. I'm hanging here being tortured, and maybe we'll leave it at one of those videos if I can pop it up here. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, what can we do here? Okay. And I'm just going to do a little thing here. Oh, you know what I did at the starting of this? I didn't have my mic turned on, so you didn't hear it. This is Ross Jason Boehm Live, and I just screwed this whole thing up. The whole time it was running at the beginning, it didn't work. I have to stop this and redo it another day, because you didn't hear the beginning at all.